It's the NFL on EA Sports, and we'll see the Rams leader at quarterback. It was a bye week for him last week. He's ready to get back out there in this one. It's the Rams and the Blues on Monday night.
EA Sports coverage of the National Football League is on the air. Tonight we close out Week 7 with a good Monday night matchup between the Chicago Blues and the Los Angeles Rams. Welcome, everybody, again alongside Charles Davis. I'm Brandon Gaudin, and CD, we've got an interesting test here today. One of the league's best passing games and one of the best pass defenses set to square up and see who can perform better in a high-profile matchup.
And you and I talk about all the time how fortunate we are to be in this position, to be around these types of games. And as jacked up as these fans are, how about these two teams? They've been looking forward to testing themselves against what is considered the best on the other side. This is going to be a lot of fun, a very exciting battle headed our way.
And off we go from SoFi Stadium. And they will elect to not bring this one out as our first drive will begin at the 25. So out come the Rams now for their first possession. And we get a glance at their leader in the huddle, the veteran, in his 9th season now in the league.
I guess we have to nickname him the thrower, aren't we, or something like that.
After last week?
I mean, man, you're talking about over 400 yards throwing the ball. The running backs and everyone else may be looking at him like, hey, don't forget us. And he'd probably just tell him, listen, you want to get involved?
Go out.
Go out and catch some passes. I'll make sure you touch it.
They'll look to throw here on first down. Over the middle, and it's incomplete. And here, Charles, is a look at the inactive, some of the guys that are out today due to injury.
Yeah, and this is where the preseason work comes into play for some of those backups. It's not just them getting some experience on the field, but preparing each week in practice as if they were going to play. And when you have guys like that on your team, you've got a chance for success when the injury bug hits.
They get 7 out of that, so they're left with a 3rd and 3. Well, this defense very strong in that victory from a week ago.
And no matter what's done throughout a ball game, it always comes back to blocking and tackling. That's the essence of football. But I think it's hard for people to understand just how difficult it is to tackle, especially open field. Very few missed tackles on tape that I saw last game. This team does a nice job of getting their opponents on the ground.
Throwing right, and that's complete. And they're going to have this across midfield and inside the 45. Excellent play there on 3rd down. Give him 25 yards. That's what we're used to seeing from him right there. Plays like that, why he's number 4 in the league in terms of receiving yardage.
Able to make adjustments all along the way. It doesn't matter where he lines up, where he releases from. Working his way into the secondary, figures out defenses and finds weak spots in order to get open.
So on the other side of the field now, it's 1st and 10 as they've got things rolling on this drive. He's going to look deep down the field. And this is caught inside the 5. A big play there for L.A. And even 40 yards.
We expected this defense to be tested by this passing game coming into this one. And there's an example on this first possession of the game.
A terrific opening drive has them knocking on the door, 1st and goal. They'll stick with the passing game as he looks to throw. And that one's going to be off target and incomplete. They'll go again from the 3 here on 2nd and goal. Back to throw again. To the goal line, but it's incomplete. Now 3rd and goal following incompletions on 1st and 2nd down. And they'll turn to the power game to try to get in. And he'll get him a bit closer as he's down to the 2-yard line. Only a yard there, so it brings up 4th and goal.
Well, there was a trust factor in that call. Turning and handing it to the big man in the backfield, trying to pick up the first down. But how about the defense? They were ready for him, and they were able to stop him.
So on 4th down, Sean McVay going to send out the field goal unit. From the left hash, he'll have to cut this at a tight angle. And his kick here is good. And the Rams have the first points here. It's 3-0. So 3 points on the board, as easy a field goal as you're going to get, but I can see you shaking your head.
I love that peripheral vision of yours, partner, because to me, if it's the 4th quarter and you're up 6, I get it. But now, even if you run and don't get in, you're still setting them up to go a long field, 98, 99-yard drive. How do you look at your defense and not give them that opportunity?
So out comes this offense to take over for the first time. And leading them out is their 5th-year quarterback.
And coming off of an early season open week. And in this situation, what he told us when we sat down with him was he spent a lot of time working on fundamentals, kind of getting back to basics during that time, as opposed to having to worry about healing up or resting up. It's too early in the season. Get back to the basics, get his game going again.
Throwing on first down, Aguilar. They'll wind up getting 7 on the play, and it'll be 2nd down. I think defensively you're okay with that. Here in the first quarter, he's going to get some catches, but they rallied to him quickly.
And that's what you count on, and I like what you just said. First quarter, can you do it all game long? They catch it, you tackle them, they go down on the spot. Because when you're able to do that and you don't give up big chunks of yardage after the catch, now you put the offense in a position where every series they have to work hard to pick up first downs, and you tend to stall them out when you do that.
That one a first down pickup of 8.
And there we saw one of the downsides of blitzing during a rundown, because sometimes you get out of your gaps. You don't fit the run quite as well because you're headed towards the ball carrier with abandon.
So from the 36 now, 1st and 10. From the gun, he'll hand this off. Just a yard on the pickup there, and it'll bring up a 2nd and 9. Back to throw. Aguilar. And it's a short one here, complete to the tight end. And he slips up past the 45 before being tackled. A Chicago first down there on a gain of 11.
And after that completion, you can understand why so many teams in the league are emphasizing speed on defense at every position. The tight ends have created so many tough matchups now. If you can't run with the tight end as a linebacker, this is going to be the result every time.
And he works his way forward to pick up 4 yards there, 2nd down. Following the pickup of 4, here's 2nd and 6. Operating from the gun. Aguilar out of his hands quick to Jackson. And this is going to be another first down as the tackle is going to be made at the Rams 39. Give him 10 yards there as this offense is on a roll. This drive continues to plunge forward. On first down, Aguilar. It's Jackson again on the reception. And he'll be hauled down at about the 30-yard line. Hands it off out of the gun. And a strong run there as he'll maneuver his way down inside the 15. 16 yards is the pickup there and a first down for Chicago. Quite the opening drive march they're on right now.
It looks a lot like what we saw in practice prior to the game, doesn't it? You know, because on that last big practice beforehand, you go through your offensive script. You go through your play calling. You go through all the stuff and establish things. And it looks like it's going like clockwork right now for them.
Running game working. They'll stick with it on first down. And power running here down to the 6-yard line. First down marker at the 5. It's 2nd and goal. Now here's a little touch pass as they tap it quickly to their receiver. Give him 2 yards. That sets him up 1st and goal. Off play action. Aguilar. Rush coming, and he's taken down. It'll go as a loss of 8 and a tough result there on 1st and goal. They'll try again on 2nd and goal after going backwards to the 12. From the shotgun, he'll look to throw. Flush to his right. And he is in. Touchdown, Chicago. Their mobile, agile quarterback. His 11th touchdown of the year. And the Blues are able to answer the early 3 points and take a first-quarter lead. Well, the defensive coverage was good, so good he just decided to make a play of his own, and it worked out.
Yeah, you often wonder if they think to themselves, was the coverage too good to allow him to run the football? I think you'd rather take your chances with him doing exactly that, and he beat him on that play all the way to the end zone.
Extra point right down the middle, and that makes it a 7-3 lead. The kickoff team on the field now as they will send this one away. Webster going to hold on to it, and it'll come out to the 25. So the Rams coming back onto the field, their 2nd drive of the game. And last time they got 3 points, but it was a chip shot field goal. And when you go to the sideline after a chip shot field goal, maybe the offense not too happy.
It's a balancing act, isn't it? Because you're exactly right. They're none too pleased that they didn't punch it in for 6 points. But they also have to remember they did put points on the board.
3 points is 3 points.
And in this league, you take points when you can get them. Not easily done.
Give him 13 yards on the opening play of the drive and also give him a first down. He'll drop to throw. He'll try and set up the screen. It's complete. And he'll lose yardage. Brought down at the 32. A completion, yes, but certainly not what they wanted. A loss of a full 6 yards.
Partner, when you see a screen pass and the defensive tackle ends up making the play, you know that one wasn't sold well at all because he should be upfield by the time you throw the pass. If not, you end up with big trouble, as we just saw right there.
2nd and long. He finds Bateman over the middle. And, CD, you look at this defense, what kind of pressure are they under trying to stop a team that has won 5 games in a row?
Well, to me, it makes their job harder because you know you're going up against an offense that's playing at an elite level. And sometimes you can get too caught up in trying to play the perfect game. You're trying to be too precise, too fine, instead of just letting it rip. And I think that's more the priority than trying to be absolutely perfect. And that one was a lot of fun right there because that was the game within the game. 3rd and short, blitz was on. What's the key for the quarterback? Get out of your hands in a hurry. And that was a quick little completion. Got the job done for a first down.
Here's a throw out wide complete to his running back right side. And they're able to work this across midfield to the 48. They'll look to throw again. Now he'll dump it underneath to his running back, complete. And he'll be brought down inside the 40-yard line.
And they'll use him out in the backfield, and sometimes quite a bit. They're just trying to get him touches any way they can. 4 catches a week ago, there's another one right there.
So from the 39 now, they'll come up on a 1st and 10. Up the middle they go. Carmichael. Give him 5 on the carry there, and it'll be 2nd down. They're going to look to throw. And he wisely will throw that one away. They'll break the huddle and come up on the 9th play of this drive, needing 5 yards on 3rd down. It's a short one here, complete to his tight end. And he's going to have a Rams first down by about a yard as they find a way to convert there on 3rd down and 5.
I got a kick out of that one, partner. You and I talk often about trying to hide receivers in certain situations, but a guy of his size, You can't really hide him. But the tight end drag route, definitely an effective way to sneak him across the formation for an easy completion and a first down.
They'll run on first down. Carmichael, and he'll work this forward for about 3. It's second down.
It's a pickup of 3. Brings up 2nd and 7.
On second down, Carmichael. And still about 3 yards shy of a first as the 4-yard pickup brings it to third down. After one, 7-3 the score on EA Sports. The Rams with the football here to begin the second quarter as they've got it with a third down coming up. Looking middle, and that's complete. And he is going to have the Rams first down. They needed 4. He doubled that. He wound up getting 8. So he turned to a trusted, familiar face in that third down situation. It paid off.
Yeah, you go to your veteran receiver in that spot, so you can't underestimate him when he's on the field. Defensively, make sure you know where he is because he understands how to get open in key situations.
They had to settle for 3 last drive, hoping this second go-around ends in 6. In good position, 1st and 10. And a quick throw here, that's complete. He's taken down at the 7 after a gain of 7.
Completion was given up, and that's why you play zone defense, so you can have people around the ball when it's caught, and you don't give up much run after the catch.
2nd and 3, and they trail 7-3, but getting close to changing that. And his defense hoping to limit them to a field goal to preserve the lead. Flushed out right, and he can't get rid of it. He's taken down. The defense rising to the challenge and setting him back on the sack.
They've gobbled up over 30 yards of turf so far, but a sack knocks them backwards. And that interrupts the momentum they were building. Good opportunity for the defense to escape this drive before they get to the end zone.
The Rams on third down. They've been near perfect. 4 for 5 to this point. This will be a tough 3rd and 18. Back to throw. Under pressure, they got him again. And now that brings up 4th down there. A loss of 6 yards on the sack. 3rd and long. You knew that he was going to throw it. He just couldn't find anybody to throw it to.
Yeah, and it shouldn't have been a surprise, but that was perfect execution of their nickel defense. That 5th defensive back, the extra defender, he really tightened up things downfield in coverage, and they were able to get to him in the pocket.
So on 4th down, Sean McVay going to send out the field goal unit. He made his first attempt, this from 45. And this one is right down Broadway. And they get it back within a point at 7-6. So he's been automatic to this point of the season, and he connects on the field goal there.
And what a luxury it is to have a kicker you can depend upon, partner, because he hasn't missed all year long. Converts on that one as well. And kudos to you. You didn't jinx him.
From a yard or 2 deep, here comes the return. And he'll be brought down shy of the 20, so the decision to bring it out of the end zone, not a good one. Chicago works their way back onto the field here for their second drive of the game. They were winners the last time they took the field, which was 2 weeks ago. They had the open week last week, so this is a squad that should be really refreshed and ready to roll.
I would agree, because when you get that open week after a victory, it does wonders for everyone. Obviously, your body, get a chance to heal up, but your mind as well. You feel good about winning, so now you can get away from it for a few days, put down the playbook, turn off the film. Just be you. Enjoy that time away, and then you come back ready to go.
On 3rd and 2, Aguilar over the middle, complete. It's Jackson. And he'll be taken down, but he does have first down yardage. They get 6 on the pickup there as the drive will continue.
I don't care how many times we see it. I still get a kick out of watching quarterbacks and receivers do the pass tree in pregame warm-up. But I always remember that when we go to practices, We see that after practices as well. They really tune it up, don't they?
They tune it up. They know why they do it for these situations. First down.
And they build that trust, and that's why they're able to find him in this type of a situation.
Finding room at midfield. And he has a big gain inside the 40 before being dropped. The catch and run pays off for 29 yards.
But when you hit him on the move like that, and he's able to get into open field with a full head of steam, oh boy, it's going to be tough to get him down.
Yeah, there was a big window. They're lucky they did get him down. Here's a handoff out of the gun. And this time they were ready for him as they'll stop him right at the line of scrimmage.
He was taken down behind the line of scrimmage. Loss of the yard.
Looking to throw on second down. Aguilar. And this is going to be another first down as the tackle is going to be made at the Rams' 24-yard line. A new set of downs after a strong pickup of 16 yards.
And that was good protection there. No, that was great protection there because it allowed him to lock in on his receiver, although I think he was looking for his tight end on the corner route all the way. Nice connection there for a really nice gain.
On 1st and 10, Aguilar. And he's got his man in stride, complete. And he's going to be marked down just outside the 10.
And what a nice example there of a tight end doing exactly what he needs to do. How about how he worked his way to the outside, made sure he secured the catch, and then anything after that, we count that as a bonus. And indeed, he gets enough for the first down.
On first down, they'll go to the ground attack. And he is going to lose yardage here. It's a loss of 10 yards on the play. And it'll be a second and long.
These guys off the edge are already tough to contain when they're protecting a stationary target. Ask them to hold their blocks when a runner is struggling to find a lane, often an impossible task. Regardless of the outcome on the scoreboard, that will be one of this game's biggest stops.
The first down play, to be frank, nothing short of awful, and now they have to deal with second and very long. Now a throw for the left sideline, and he's got it. And able to get this down inside the 15, either the 13 or 14 before he's out of bounds. He's going to leave this for his running back. It's complete. And he's going to be taken down here, still a couple yards short of the first. They do get 12, but they'll be marked short. And that leads to a fourth down.
And that big gain may just change the thought process here on fourth down. I think in the red zone, they might now consider going for it on fourth down.
And his kick is right there. It's good. So a long drive gets him down inside the 5, but ultimately they settle for just the field goal.
And I have to think that if maybe they were a yard closer, that would have made their decision tougher, and I think they likely would have gone for it. But in this situation, they just decided to take the 3, and I think it was a smart move.
Taken at the goal line. And he won't get this to the 20-yard line as he's down at the 19. The offense for Los Angeles returns to the field. And they had a long drive last time, but they had to settle for a field goal, and I'm sure that's how it felt to them, settling. They probably should have gotten in the end zone.
Yeah, not out-and-out joy, right? Because that's what you get when you put the ball in the end zone. But there are benefits to that type of a long drive. Your defense gets a chance to take a break, adjust a little bit, maybe get themselves ready to get back out on the field and play a little bit better. So they'll take the benefit even though they wanted the 6 points.
And maybe wore down the other defense. And that's caught inside the 35. And they're going to work this down to about the 32-yard line.
Well, partner, I'm not sure how this drive's going to end, but how about the way they flip field position there? A nice attacking play that picked up a heck of a chunk of yardage.
So the big play changes the complexion of things. Here's 1st and 10 just outside the 30. Looking to throw. Firing quickly here, and that's complete. He'll be dropped at the 25 after a gain of 6.
A 6-yard pickup brings up 2nd and 4.
On second down now, Carmichael, and he'll be brought down at the 21, just shy of the 20 in the red zone. A gain of 5, good enough for the first down.
think of it like you would a typical boxing match. The person that's on his heels and absorbing blows is having a tough time. And that's what's happening to the defense right now because the offense is on his toes and punching. And there's another first down run right there.
Holding offense.
They're backed up here with a 1st and 20 now after the holding penalty. They'll look to throw. And that is caught on the right side by Alabama, says the line judge. The throw took him a little too far. It's 2nd down. So they'll come up after the incompletion for 2nd down. They'll look to throw here. And this is going to be incomplete. A 3rd field goal of the first half, not what they're looking for as they come up on 3rd down. They'll set up to throw. Now he'll dump it underneath to his running back, complete. And he's going to be taken down at the 28-yard line.
How about that strategy there, Brandon? 3rd down. They just said, we've got faith in our tacklers. We'll give you the short stuff, and just decided to protect the sticks. So every time I hear fans telling me tackling's not a part of the game anymore, plays like that, I can clip and save and show them you have to tackle well if you want to be a good defense.
And his kick is absolutely perfect. And that gets him back within a single point. It's now 10-9. So he's been a busy man here in this first half. That's 3 field goals for him now.
And not just 3 field goals, but 3 for 3. So even though the offense has struggled a bit putting it in the end zone, they've still been able to come away with points due to his leg.
From a couple yards deep, he'll bring it out of the end zone. And this return will net positive as he gets past the 25 and up to the 27-yard line. And now Chicago getting ready to go as they take the field. Their drive last time, it stalled out. They were forced to take the short field goal.
And the key phrase, you nailed it, forced to, because you know coaches look at these short field goals as a last resort, right? To them, that's not how drives are supposed to end. You're supposed to put 6 on the board. That's a consolation prize. Like going to the county fair, you don't get the big stuffed animal on that one, do you?
No, you don't go top shelf. That's bottom shelf material. To throw on 2nd down. Aguilar throwing for his running back, and he's got him complete. And he'll be out of bounds after getting this one across the 40. A gain of 5, good enough for the first down.
First down, Chicago.
Looking to throw. Aguilar. He gets it complete to Jackson. And he takes this one down almost all the way to the 30.
Offense.
Jedrick Wills, former first-round pick, guilty there.
Still first down.
So following the hold, they're in a bit of a hole here with a 1st and 20. Back to throw. Aguilar. He's going to float this one deep right side. That's caught inside the 20. And he's going to be brought down just shy of the 5 at the 6. A huge play there for Chicago. 63 yards. This offense can certainly move quickly when they want to. 3 plays, 3 pass completions. In the blink of an eye, they've got a 1st and goal.
Almost felt like a lightning bolt hit in this game, didn't it? For them to get downfield that quickly. And now 1st and goal, expect them to attack right here on this play.
Again, he'll drop to throw. Touchdown! From 6 yards away. And they are able to add on to their advantage. Well, on that connection, it looked like they maybe had some pre-play communication. Maybe one of them noticed an area that was open in the defense to get the pass to.
When you put the time in, sometimes you have that great silent communication that you just noticed right there, because the best quarterback-receiver combos in the NFL, they know how to make those adjustments at the line of scrimmage when they see something pre-play, and they got it done there.
Point after, right down the middle. And the lead is up to 8. Out is the kickoff unit as they run up and send this one away. Webster going to hold on to it, and it'll come out to the 25. Now this offense back out and set to go for their next drive. Charles, we'll see what they can do here. Not a ton of time left, but enough certainly to get points out of this drive, and they need them right now because they're trailing.
Yeah, this is exactly why you practice a 2-minute drill all through camp and at least one practice each week before a game. A minute left, more than enough time to string a few completions together, reach the end zone, and then make that walk back to the locker room just a little more animated.
He'll be dropped after a gain of about 6 across the 30 to the 31. The Rams going to go ahead and use the first of their timeouts as they'll stop it with just over a minute to go before halftime. They'll come up now 2nd and 4 from the 31. He'll look to throw. He'll find Bateman once more. Now another timeout called for by the offense as the stoppage will come with a little under a minute to go in this first half. On first down, he'll drop to throw. Throw right side here, taken in by Bateman. And he's going to be out of bounds right at midfield. It's a gain of 11 and a first down, L.A.
That's the third time on this drive that these two have connected with each other. They've got real rapport going. And right now, it's paying off with big chunks of yardage as shown by that last play.
From the midfield stripe, they'll look to throw. Finding a safety valve here. That's complete.
The pass. Complete to number 15. He steps out of bounds behind the line of scrimmage.
Back to throw now on 2nd and 10. That's caught at the 25. And he goes down, but not before getting this inside the 25. Now on first down, he'll drop to throw it. Incomplete, and we're down to 8 seconds now. An incomplete pass on first down. That leads to a 2nd and 10.
2nd and 10 at the 23-yard line.
Now a handoff up the middle. Carmichael. They showed off a nice juke of the defender before the next wave could bring him down. And we're going to get a timeout with 2 seconds remaining in the second quarter. And his kick is indeed good, and that will do it for this first half. So we've come to halftime in a 5-point game. As we send you to our EA studios in Orlando, here's Jonathan Coachman with our EA Sports Halftime Report.
All right, Brandon, thanks very much. We'll get back to you and Charles in a minute. But first, time to give the folks at home a look at what's going on around the NFL. From there, let's head off and check out a second game. And they were losers in that ball game to the visiting New Orleans Saints. Javonte Williams, a touchdown run in the victory. Finally, let's get down to Miami to see what's going on with the Dolphins. And they were victorious in that one over the visiting Baltimore Ravens. 34-17, the final as they double them up. We'll move on now to check out the next-gen stats in that first half for our home team. And it's been the passing game that's been the story. They have feasted on this secondary to the tune of 200-plus yards already through 2 quarters. Meanwhile, for the Rams, they too were able to take advantage of a soft secondary, as both of these two teams really threw the ball at will in that first half.
Okay, Coach, thanks as always. This one's still anyone's game as we welcome you back for quarter number 3. And we will not have a run back here as the second half starts with a touchback. And this offense set to go now to begin the third quarter. And, Charles, they've got the lead. Put your coaching hat on here now. What's the game plan for the second half?
I think getting the running game going a little bit more, because I thought in the first half they didn't get it moving the way that they would like. They had success throwing it. But I think these first couple of drives, they'll want to get those running backs going and give them more opportunities, and I will guarantee you that those guys were lobbying for them in the locker room at halftime.
It's a short one here, complete to the tight end. And give him 6 yards here as he stopped near the 35 at the 34. On third down, they're going to run for it here. And he will have a first down here at about the 40. It'll go as a gain of 6 that time, and it moves the chains as well.
And that's why you spend a first-round draft pick on a running back. Not for just the fancy runs, but these dirty, gritty 3rd and 1s, 3rd and 2s. That's why you draft him.
they go play action here on first down. Jackson's got it over the middle. And they'll get this well past midfield before being stopped just before the 35. Call that a very strong gain of 24. And defensively, they were in zone coverage there. Do you have to be a little careful you're losing playing against a good quarterback like he is to not play too much zone?
Yeah, you have to be careful about how much time you're giving up. I think it's a good point you just brought up. So maybe if you still want to play zone, you go to a zone blitz scheme. And you can drop anyone out of your defensive front, defensive end, defensive tackle. It doesn't matter. You just exchange someone to bring more pressure towards the quarterback and still try and cover downfield.
Looking to throw on second down. Aguilar. James has got it. Complete. And he'll be brought down at about the 23-yard line.
An 8-yard pickup. First down, Blues.
Throwing on first down. Aguilar. And this ball incomplete. Looked very much to be a catchable ball and could not hang on. Second down coming up. Looking to throw. Aguilar got his man complete over the middle. That's James. Play number 9 set to come here on the drive on 3rd and 2. Up the middle, Freeman. He's going to pick up the first down and then some. And he'll be taken down, but he does have first down yardage. And they'll get 14 yards out of it and a fresh set of downs.
Looks to me like maybe there's a little attrition setting in with this drive, because when you see that type of a run, I get the feeling the defense getting a little bit tired.
And that's the last thing they need, especially when they look up at the scoreboard. Back to throw. Aguilar. Looking end zone, but it's incomplete. An incomplete pass on first down. Here's 2nd and goal. And they'll let the fullback try and take him home. And he is in. Touchdown, Chicago. It's the fullback. His 2nd rushing touchdown on the year. And the Blues take the opening kickoff of the 3rd quarter and drive right down the field to extend their lead. Circle that drive because that might be one to remember. Well executed to give them a little cushion.
Well, let's take it into the boxing ring. You talk about them commanding it, keeping the fight where they wanted to, whether it was in the center of the ring or putting them on the ropes because it was jab, jab, jab. And finally, the haymaker to put that drive away.
Extra point attempt here still to come. And this one gives his guys a 12-point lead. A pretty long drive that time. 11 plays all told. And it culminates in a touchdown for Chicago. Set now to kick this one away, and off it goes. Here comes Webster. He's going to bring it out. And not a good return here at all as they'll be forced to start at the 12-yard line. Now the attention turns back to the Rams offense as they get ready for their first possession of the second half. They make their second half debut here, and things are looking a little bit tougher now. You give up the points there, Charles, that touchdown drive on the other side. So now it's a 2-score game here. Got to be careful.
They certainly do, and I'm just wondering at halftime if those guys just looked into each other's eyes and realized what they've got to get done and come out a little bit more charged up, because if they don't get some kind of points here, that next drive, that could make this a three-possession game. Sometimes it's hard to believe, but there are times this game is about patience, isn't it? Has had the game he expected, but that run there, that may get him going.
I was just going to say, maybe that gives him a little juice, because you're right, he struggled, especially in that first half.
Yeah, and I know the great ones always think to themselves, just hang in there. I'm just one big carry away from busting this open. That's a good start for him.
They'll look to throw now on first down. He's going to loft one deep left side here. He's got him in, complete. And he'll be forced out of bounds all the way down inside the 20. A big play there for L.A. 56 6 yards. But he's been doing this for a lot of years, and the arm strength still there, and he showed it off on that one.
And that might be just what they needed to get back in this game. Sometimes you need a big play to shake things up, get a little life in your sideline, get everyone believing again, and they got it there in a big way.
On first down, Carmichael. And he's brought down just outside of the 10 at the 11. 6 yards on that last play. Here's 2nd and 4.
A 6-yard pickup brings up 2nd.
He'll look to throw. And he's got his favorite target yet again. It's complete. And the Rams are going to have a 1st and goal as he'll be taken down at the 7-yard line. Carmichael. And hold on here, because on that last run, it looks like we have a player who was shaken up. Well, now they're going to come out and take a look at this injury, and we'll be back in a moment. So the ball position now at the 3. Here's 2nd and goal. He'll try again. And this time he'll run into a wall right at the 4-yard line. Big play coming here. It's 3rd and goal. They'll drop to throw. This is caught. And it appears we've got a member of the Rams shaken up on that last play. So as the medical staff takes a look, we'll step aside. So on 4th down, Sean McVay going to send out the field goal unit. From the right hash at a bit of a tight angle. And this one is right through. And that lead is back down to 9 now. So the response to that touchdown on the other side to begin the 3rd quarter. Look, just 3 points, but still a response nonetheless.
You're exactly right about that, because I think you needed to answer back with something, even though it's not 6. Just enough to send the message that says, hey, we're not going away.
And he's only going to make it to the 13-yard line and no further. The Chicago offense set to get started. As the offense begins another drive here, pretty simple, Charles. They want to carbon copy what happened the last time out when they ended their drive in the end zone.
You're right about that, partner. Sounds pretty simple, doesn't it? Just score again, but we know it's not that simple, because we don't just make adjustments at halftime if you're a good football team. You spend that time on the sideline, you study what's on the notes and the tablets, and you make those adjustments, prevent a repeat of the last drive. Series to series, the best teams, that's how they get it done.
And we'll find out here soon enough whether those adjustments are enough defensively. To throw on 3rd down, Aguilar. And he's got his man on the out route. And he almost gets this to the 30, taken down about a yard shy. First time they've looked his way in this game. He comes through picking up the 1st.
And now we get into the psychology of the whole thing, because a lot of teams with a 2-score lead in the 3rd quarter, they almost become defensive with their offense, just playing not to lose. I think with this team, you got to figure at this point, this is a great spot for them to go into attack mode, really try and put the hammer down and finish this one off.
A little bit of space there for the 1st down run, as that's going to get him about 5 yards. To throw on 2nd down, Aguilar. Oh, he'll want that one back. Incomplete. He doesn't drop too many in that department. 3rd down. And he comes back with one complete. And he'll be taken down, but he does have 1st down yardage.
This is a nice job of just taking what the defense is going to give you on 3rd down. You're not looking for a big play downfield. You just want to find something that can get you past the marker. They found it and were able to keep the drive moving.
So 2 1st downs, and that moves the ball to the 42 now, 1st and 10. Operating from the gun, Aguilar. He finds his man, complete. It's James. And he'll get this one down near the 20-yard line, just shy of the 20. It's a gain of 35.
That's just flat out a beautiful throw right there.
It was a rope. That's maybe the speed you would see on a slant, but he threw that downfield with that kind of pace.
Now, if he throws that one with any type of arc, puts a little air under it, that play doesn't happen. He had to fire it in there, and he did exactly that.
So the big play gets him all the way down to the outskirts of the red zone here for 1st and 10. And they'll run on the inside handoff. And the result here, a pickup of 8. Leaves him with 2 to go on 2nd down.
That play wasn't quite as big as the play that preceded it, but still, gotta like the way they're moving the football, partner.
Absolutely. Pretty good room to run on that last play.
Yeah, they didn't get a 1st down, but still, you'll take runs like that each and every time, won't you?
And they'll give him another shot here on the ground. And he's going to be met at the line of scrimmage and taken down. On 3rd down, they're going to run for it here. And he will have the 1st down before he's tackled at the 12.
Well, this has been a long drive. In fact, it's eaten up a good chunk of the 3rd quarter, which is precisely what you want when you're playing with the lead. You control the football, you control the clock, and impose your will on the defense.
From down at the 12, it's 1st and 10. From the gun, they'll try to run it. And power running here down to the 6-yard line. From the 6 now on 2nd and 3. They give it to Freeman up the gun. A 5-yard gain there makes it 1st and goal. Now they'll switch it up here and look to throw. Got his man, and it's caught for a Chicago touchdown. A great effort there. His 1st touchdown on the year. And the Blues will add on to their lead here in the final minute of the 3rd.
That drive that really increased their cushion felt very military to me. Very precise, methodical. That's one of the words you've taught me. And they just got it done.
And slowly but surely now starting to pull away a little bit. Things looking good for them here in the 3rd quarter.
Not only pulling away, but you mentioned that slowly but surely. You also drain clock, too, with a drive like that. So you really give yourself an advantage.
They'll look to throw. And he's going to be taken down. It's a sack. And they fail on the try for 2. So trying to throw it in for 2 points, but the D got home, brought him down.
They got home, which means there had to be good coverage. Just had nowhere to go with the ball. Typically, we try and throw quick hitters, quick slants, maybe even a quick fade. Nothing was open. He ends up getting sacked.
The kickoff unit is out on the field, and they will send this one away. Here comes Webster. He's going to bring it out. And only able to get this to the 19, so probably should have opted for the touchback. Here's a Los Angeles offense as they get set to take possession. And tough to win games if you're going field goal, field goal, field goal here. They got field goal last time. Now they'll be looking for a touchdown.
They're looking for the big chunk now because, as you noted, the field goal way of doing it makes it that much harder and puts more pressure on every possession for you now. Go ahead and get 6 and feel a lot more comfortable about the position they're in.
Bigger chunks. We'll see if they can get the score. 1 quarter remains here as we wrap up the week on a Monday night. We'll return with more after this. You're watching the NFL on EA Sports. They run the option on 2nd down. And he stopped immediately there. The offense on 3rd down tonight, they're at 50%, 4 for 8. This time they face a 3rd and 2. Back to throw here. He's got a man, complete. And they'll get this well past midfield before being stopped just before the 35. A 1st down and then some. 36 yards.
Well, dialing up that play call certainly meant that he grabbed a little extra shot of courage on that one because normally on 3rd and short, you're just trying to move the sticks, get the ball just past that line of scrimmage. Instead, they take the big shot downfield, and it pays off.
They'll look to throw here on 1st down. Incomplete. Line of scrimmage, again the 37 as they line up 2nd and 10. Now back to throw. That is incomplete. They don't get the hook up there, but you really have to marvel at how precise he's been throwing the football these last couple weeks.
Oh, that's the perfect word for it, precise. Because if you're at 70% or better 2 weeks in a row, you have a job as long as you want one in this league, won't you? I mean, let's face it, it's not just West Coast offense either. He's putting the ball downfield as well.
And he will be marked down short of the first as they get to him at the 29. So 8 yards on the completion there, and that's going to make it 4th down.
A short game that doesn't get them the first down brings up a 4th down situation.
Really nice job defensively. They knew where the sticks were. They got the stop before it. Okay, so thought they might go for it here, down late. Instead, they trot out the field goal unit. This one from 46 yards out. And this one looks good. It is good. Right down the pipe, and they're hanging around here as the lead's down to 12. So that, Charles, a season long right there.
And you know who's really excited about that? The special teams coordinator, because he's the one who has to tell the head coach in pregame, this is where we trust him from. This distance, he can hit it. And he repaid that trust by knocking that one right through.
And he won't return this one. He'll go down to a knee, and they'll start at the 25. And now Chicago getting ready to go as they take the field. Well, there are 2 scores on the plus side. Still time here in this 4th quarter, but maybe you start thinking about playing keep away?
Yeah, I think here's the situation. You're not thinking touchdowns anymore. You're just thinking first downs. To keep up with your theme there, playing keep away, first downs, they can't touch the ball.
It's now 2nd and 10 at the 25-yard line.
Throwing again. Aguilar. Oh, he'll want that one back. Incomplete. He doesn't drop too many in that department. 3rd down. On 3rd down, he'll drop to throw. Now they set up the screen. That's complete. And he will lose yardage here back at the 23-yard line. Calling a loss of 2 there on the play. And that'll bring up 4th down.
And we know the guys up front have to protect when it's a pass play, but it's really out wide. Sometimes you're going to swing a tight end or maybe even offensive tackle to get out there, but most of the time it's fellow wide receivers, and they really weren't up to the task there, were they?
Do you like that call on your own side of the field?
I don't mind that call at all, just about anywhere. But the key is you have to have the confidence, and then they have to execute their blocking assignments. Otherwise, you get the end result we just saw there.
And now out on the field, here comes Los Angeles. Their defense was able to force the punt. That's the good news. But this is still a 2-score game, and they need points on this drive and in a relatively quick manner. Going right side here, and that's complete. And able to get this one across the 45 before he's brought down. That play going for 16 yards to start the drive. 1st down.
All right, this is the time of the game where they're down a couple of scores, and they've really got to get some yards in chunks, and they know the defense doesn't want to give those up, but they've got to find a way to take them anyway.
Now the question is, can they string a few of those together? Back to throw now on 1st down. He's going to flip one out here to his running back. And he'll be brought down just shy of the 40.
Good yardage on the completion there. When they look at the scoreboard, they do understand a field goal is not going to do them any good. My guess, they're going to press the ball downfield as far as possible, try and throw it into the end zone and get a score because they know they've got to get that done and get the ball back as quickly as possible.
They'll set up a throw. A quick throw knocked away and incomplete. Here now is 2nd and 10, again from the 41.
It leads to 2nd and 10.
Back to throw again. Oh, into a sea of defenders and intercepted. And his guys will take over at their own 44-yard line. So a 2nd NFL interception for him, and he is looking the part here in year 1.
And normally, partner, you talk about cornerbacks and safeties being the ball hawk type of guys, and they always will be because they'll get more opportunities. But this young man has potential to be a ball hawk from the linebacker position. I think that's why he was drafted as high as he was, and he'll stay on the field on most downs.
Good starting field position for them here as they come up 1st and 10 at their own 44. Throwing to start the drive. Aguilar. And they're going to get this up to midfield.
Aguilar's pass. Complete to number 89.
Such a tough position to defend near the line, even when you add a second defender. But the big man shrugged off the extra body and made the play call a success.
4 yards remain for second down. Operating from the gun. Aguilar. And that falls to the ground, incomplete. A nice job of bodying him up defensively. And now it brings up third down. Looking to throw. Aguilar. Eluding the pressure. And he can't find a receiver, and he's brought down. It'll be a sack and a loss of 3, but more importantly, it brings up fourth down. And no matter what the situation, the O-line just hates that because they feel like they didn't protect little brother back there, right?
Man, that's just so difficult for them because just think about every single play. When you decide to throw the football, you're dealing with some of the best athletes on the planet. You're talking about guys, if they weren't playing football, they'd be starring in the NBA at power forward. It's a really difficult task.
And he gets it away, a directional kick going toward the sideline. And they'll play keep away from the returner as this one will be marked out of bounds at the 13-yard line. Pretty good spot. And the LA offense ready for this next possession. So the offense back out now, coming off its first interception of the game the last time out, trying to reestablish some momentum here, Charles. But they're trailing defensively. Maybe these guys smelling the blood in the water a little bit. And it's a fumble. And this will be scooped up by the defense. And they have the football and will set up shop at the 33-yard line.
Recovery by Chicago.
Always costly to cough up that football. These defenders, they become so adept, though, at jarring it free.
Yeah, it's amazing that there aren't more fumbles caused because now, if you're an offensive player, you go through ball security drills every single day. It's really not out of line to think you should take the ball to bed with you and just hold on to it. But the bottom line is, no matter how much you try to protect it, these guys are pretty good at finding ways to knock it out.
From the gun, he'll hand this off. And able to get this to the 31. The last run got a couple. Here's 2nd and 8. Operating from the gun. Aguilar. He's going to let this go deep for Jackson. And he knocks the ball away, and it falls incomplete. The offense on third down tonight. 6 conversions and 9 tries. They've done a great job of picking these up. This is 3rd and 8. Now he'll dump it underneath to his running back, complete. And he's brought down inside the 20 at the 18-yard line.
But when you're up by 2 scores in the fourth quarter and you're going to throw the football, expect to see a lot of man coverage because usually what comes along with man coverage is pressure. So if you're a play caller and you want to keep throwing the football, that's fine. Just make sure your offensive line understands they're going to get additional guys running at the quarterback.
So from inside the 20, here's 1st and 10 at the 18. Hands it off out of the gun. Just a yard on the first down carry, so it's 2nd and 9. And they'll keep leaning on the running game. Back to the ground. And they'll bring him down at the 13-yard line.
Personal foul. Face mask. Defense.
Well, trailing here in the fourth quarter, and that personal foul, that only adds to the hole that they're currently standing in.
Yeah, absolutely a bad job of just losing your cool and letting your anger take over. Mistakes like that, not going to help you at this stage of the game.
Back to throw. Aguilar escaping the pressure right. And he is in. Touchdown, Chicago. It's their quarterback. His 2nd touchdown of the night. And the Blues are looking to make it 2 straight as they add on to this fourth quarter lead. And he certainly played a pivotal role with those 2 TDs and why they're up on the scoreboard right now.
Well, someone's all about winning, aren't they? Because he's not worried about the number. Sure, it's great to have 2 touchdowns. The bottom line is what he's doing is contributing to their lead. He wants to continue to do so.
Extra point splits the uprights, and that will make this a 19-point game.
18.
The kickoff team on the field now as they will send this one away. Here comes Webster. He's going to bring it out. And he's only going to make it to the 13-yard line and no further. The offense for Los Angeles returns to the field. And that 5-game win streak is ticking away here in the fourth quarter. Just haven't been as sharp in this one. They'll try and start this drive in the air. Toward the sideline, and look at that catch. Dragging the toes, and that's going to be a first down. Well done. Give him 10 yards on that one, and that'll earn him a fresh set of downs. You cannot write these guys off just yet, not with a quarterback like that under center.
You mean it actually crossed your mind with him running the team that you could actually maybe write this game off?
Not yet.
Not a chance. Not with him. We've seen it too many times.
Back to throw. Nowhere to go here. He lost the football.
The quarterback taken down and sacked. A fumble on the play.
Dangerous spot for them to cough it up. Lucky to have recovered because had the defense gotten it, they were already within a shadow of the goalpost.
Yeah, and then you're yelling at your own defense. Sudden change, sudden change. That's not what you want to hear on your sideline. That means you got to run out there and try and stop an offense who has the ball in a very advantageous position.
So they keep the ball, but work to do on 2nd and long. They're going to look to throw. Quick hitter here. It's complete. Backed up here. Tough spot. Needing 11 yards to pick up the first.
A gain of 4. Brings up
out of the gun now on 3rd down. And he's going to hook up with his big tight end. Complete. And he'll get this up past the 25 before he's out of bounds. It'll go as a gain of 4. And that's going to bring up a 4th down. Did they maybe play that too safely on 3rd down? I know you don't want to just throw a ball blindly downfield, but that didn't help them a whole lot.
I think they probably said if it's open, take the shot. If not, get something safe because we do have 4th down to try and pick it up.
Got to try it here. He's back to throw. And it's incomplete. They cannot convert, and they turn it over. No luck for the Rams as they fail here on 4th down. And the ball will go over on downs on the short side of the field. Well, at this stage of the game in the second half, down 3 scores, I guess they felt like they needed to push.
And let's face it, with this deficit, if they give up another score here after they didn't get it, does it really matter?
Right.
It really doesn't. They had to go and try and make something happen if they had any chance of winning this game.
Down to the 25. The run only got a yard. Here's 2nd and 9. They'll try and run some clock here as they keep it on the ground. And he'll be brought down inside the 20 at the 19. 74 yards rushing for him now to this point.
Brandon, I've got to think this offensive line has got some smiles on its faces. And I know it sounds crazy, but they practiced for this back in training camp. They knew they'd be in situations where it'd be extra defenders in the box coming after them, trying to keep them from locking down a game. Right now, they want to show the world they're up to the challenge.
2 minutes left to play in this football game here on EA Sports. The offense back out on the field here following the 2-minute warning. They've got a 4th down here in a game that looks to have been decided already. Now on 4th down here, that pass knocked away and incomplete. A 4th down pass play doesn't work out. And the Rams are going to take possession of the turnover on downs. So we were looking at each other up here in the booth when they went for that saying, oh, wow, talk about trying to add insult to injury.
Some teams are just like that. You know, some philosophies, some coaches are like, look, when I got a chance to put some more points on the board, I don't care what the situation, I'm going to do it. And they're also the same coaches as a general rule that if someone does it to them, you won't hear people protest out of them. That's just who they are.
A pass there over the middle to start things out. And they're going to get this beyond the 40 before he's taken down. They'll set up to throw. And he can't escape, and down he goes. Pass protection has been a problem all night long as they come up facing 2nd and a bundle. The Rams going to go ahead and use the first of their timeouts. as they'll head to the sideline and talk over what to do next. Now on 3rd and long, they'll look to throw. That's going to be knocked away and incomplete.
On the deep ball. Sets up 4th down.
As expected, they're going for it to keep the drive alive. And it's incomplete. They cannot convert, and they turn it over. They had to go for it with such little time remaining, and that will force a turnover on downs. So they tried to go for it for pride, but it really wouldn't have mattered. This one, it was already determined.
No doubt about it. This one was over a while ago.
Here's a handoff out of the gun. And he'll get what he can up the middle, 3 yards. That'll bring up 2nd down.
It's a pickup of 3. Brings up 2nd and 7.
And they'll give him another shot here on the ground. Down right around the 25. So this crowd will not go home happy. It's a victory for our visitors. And we talk so much about the turnover battle, determining who wins, who loses. This game, no exception. Air-free football, no turnovers at all, and they win it.
So this is one you don't have to convince your team that what you're saying is accurate. And you know what I'm talking about. Head coach always stands up in front of the team and says, guys, if we do this, this, and this, we'll win. And usually they say if we win the turnover battle, we'll win. Well, here's the proof right there. Win the turnover battle, go on to victory. Now the guys believe. You move on to the next lesson where you have to convince them. This one is now planted.